If you haven't signed up, you could still sign up to join us for that. We're honoring our volunteers. We're thanking our volunteers. We're thanking God, but it's open to the community. We've invited people that were here for VBS to join us because it's also a community event. But we do need to have the numbers in because it is a catered event. So by tomorrow, Susie, for lunch and lemonade? Yeah. So if you haven't signed up and you could join us, sign up by tomorrow. Well, don't wait. You might forget by tomorrow if you're like us. Sign up tonight. So then on September 5th, we'll have our Young at Heart, which is a picnic and pontoon out at the Clinton Lake. That will start at 11. So the sign up should be out there for that. If you have a baby or a child you like dedicated, we're going to have a baby child dedication on September 13th. So let us know in the office, Susie or myself, and we can make sure we've got you down for that. And then October 3rd will be here before you know it. It's cultivating community, feeding the farmers again. So that went really well last year. We look forward to doing that again this year.
Except for the monsoon.
Except for the monsoon. Oh.
You're grilling in the driving rain. Yeah. But it turned out well. We fed a lot of farmers.
The farmers appreciated it.
Yes,
Maybe
they did.
I should say it that way.
Yes, we did. And it was fun. I mean, it was a challenge.
But last year was a lot drier, and we had that for feeding the farmers. This year's been a lot wetter, so it should be nice this year, right?
I would, yes.
Doesn't it work that way?
I would say, yes, the opposite.
All I will say is I have not had good experience praying for the weather, so I'm not righteous enough like Elijah was when he got the rain to stop for 3.5 years, and then rain when he prayed again.
Well, I will admit, at the beginning of the summer, I prayed for rain. Maybe not quite this much rain, but I did pray for rain when we were a little dry. And
did you specify?
I did. I didn't. I need to be more specific.
It says be specific in our prayers.
There we go. But he did answer it.
Yeah.
Be careful what you ask for.
Be careful what you ask for. I had a farmer one time at my last church asked me to pray for rain, and I did. 6 months later, he came to me and asked me to pray that it would stop.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, here's the problem. I'm 6 months behind. What do you want 6 months from now?
Yes.
So, but yes, be specific in your prayers. We are told to boldly go to the throne. And now, obviously, God is not a genie in the bottle, but to lift our prayers and be specific with God. But obviously, it's always a caveat of wanting His will to be done and what He wants to do. But yeah. So, yes.
I got you off track. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Speaking of prayer, you're good completely. I'm just tired. How can we best pray for you, for the teachers, for the students as the school year is back in swing?
Well, for the teachers, I would pray for patience and calmness, and, flexibility, because everything is new and the children are new. Pray for the kiddos that they get what God wants them to learn out of school. So I think the administration, because they have to make a lot of hard decisions. Like just today, they changed the design of the pickup, and there was a lot of I'm like, it's the first day. Everybody needs to just chill and learn something new. So a lot of grace for people to understand that everyone's learning a new situation. So
first, I'll be honest, when you said design the new pickup, I went, are the roads still flooded?
No, like they changed the routine at Snyder Elementary about like where the cars could go if you walk up to pick up, and then
so the flow in general at the school.
Yeah. And this year they wanted the buses for the kids that are being bused back to Mansfield out of the Circle Drive before they release all the kids that are car riders or walkers. And so that took a little time today because of the first day, nobody knew where they were going.
I can see that being a big adjustment.
Yes.
So the reason I said that is because I was told today that over in St. Joe, they still have some roads underwater and they had to change the bus routes.
Yes.
And they said, if you can't get to school because you can't get here because of the flooding, you just call the office and let us know.
Yes.
So I'm guessing.
So I'm not sure about that around us, but maybe.
Well, I thought it was more that direction. So.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah. So what would you say is some of the biggest challenge when school starts up? Again, obviously this is a big challenge because especially if they've done this year after year, changing the habit. But in general, What would
Right.
you say some of the biggest challenges are?
Well, little ones that don't know where they're going and, for sure, and things like that. As a kindergarten teacher, I was a kindergarten teacher for many years, and I'm embarrassed to say that I do send a few of them home the wrong way because you ask them and they say, "Yeah, that's where I go." Like, especially with our 3 towns,
Uh-huh.
some of the kids have a Bellflower address, and you think, "Oh, I'll put them on the Bellflower bus." Well, no, they need to be on the Farmer City bus because, like, where Susie lives,
Uh-huh.
her kids would have been on the Bellflower bus because it goes past there. So
Ah,
as a teacher, if you just got, oh, they live in Bellflower, you put them on the Bellflower bus, and then that's not where they were supposed to go. So, but
thank
no
goodness
one,
for grace and
everyone is
forgiveness.
grace and forgiveness. Nobody was lost. I mean, nobody was lost for a long time. We knew
Not permanently
not
lost.
permanently lost, but yes, and all of those things cause improvements of, like, now there's a specific bus list, and that's why it took so long today at pickup, because we have to make sure of the safety. The
Mhm.
the staff has to make sure of the safety of all the children, that they
So
just,
lesson learned. They learn from
yes,
it. They
and
put
right, the
processes in place.
process is in
Yeah,
place, and
yeah. And
yeah,
I was just thinking they took the scenic route.
yeah. Well, the older kids can do it, but the little ones, if an older kid gets in between them, they just follow them wherever they go. It's like, even if you had them specifically, you're supposed to be in this line.
Uh-huh.
If they could follow somebody else out the front door, or so. Yeah, it's a lot.
A lot of things have changed in our society, but some things have not.
Yes, yes.
So how does your faith help you deal with all these challenges?
Well, you have to pray a lot. That God will give you the knowledge and the strength to
And get them
handle
on the
the
right bus.
chaos. And yes, I did pray about that a lot because it did happen. So yeah, you just have to have faith that the bus list is correct.
I can see how that could
Yes,
cause some
no.
anxiety. So,
I I think you just have to trust that it's all going to work out, and even if it doesn't, I mean, even if a mistake is made, you have to trust that somebody's going to have grace and forgiveness, and
mhm,
that the world is going to go on, and it'll
mhm.
be a fine place.
You know what else that tells me? You also have to be able to forgive yourself.
Yes, which, yeah, that's harder. That's harder, but yeah, eventually.
You know, I think for most people, I'm not going to say all people, I think it's usually harder to forgive ourselves than it is to
Hmm.
forgive others. Now,
Exactly
part
right.
of that can depend on what it is,
Right.
but yeah, I can forgive and forget a lot of things unless it's my mistake,
Right, and then you keep playing it
and
over
then I
and over
rehash it
again,
and
like,
rehash it
and
and
I've been
rehash it.
retired for 6 years, but I'm still replaying, like, the first day of school losing kids, so,
Hmm.
or misplacing them, I should say, misplacing them momentarily, small misplacements. That's probably not good for your Sunday school because I do teach Sunday school here too, but I've never
Oh,
lost
don't
any
you should have said
I've
that
never
online.
lost
Now you
anyone
know why we're
here.
looking for more
Yeah,
teachers. No,
I've never lost anyone here, not even momentarily.
that's true. We don't have a bus.
Right, we don't have to put them on the bus.
Yeah,
It's
we
in
ju-
one hallway.
we just have to connect them with the right parent.
Yes. Yeah.
But you mentioned retirement and reliving some of this stuff, but technically you've come out of retirement and you still do this at least.
Well, technically, I never really have retired because I've, like, since I retired, I've had pretty much a full-time gig at school since then. Like, the year I retired, I was right after COVID,
Uh huh.
and the school got COVID money, and I went back as a reading assistant to, like,
Uh
bring
huh.
up the scores. And then I took a long term the next year, and I've done a maternity leave at least once or twice a year since then. So, but this year I'm doing a maternity leave in November, but didn't start out the year with a maternity leave. Last year I was the PE teacher for 6 weeks to start the school year. So, and the person who directed the pickup after school. I can't see. So somebody had grace and forgiveness because they gave me that job.
So your retirement basically means you just change what you do every year, or every
Right. Well, I just
even here
don't
and
get
there.
school insurance anymore. I just,
Well, I thought, do I say that out
that's,
loud? So you retired, so you get less benefits, less pay, but more stress because it's something different all the
yeah.
time.
Actually, not really. That's not more stress because at 3:15 you go home and they don't have, like, lesson plans to make because somebody else did that. and report cards and
Okay.
parent phone calls. Very rarely do you have to call the parents, but or never. So, and that's the best thing about subbing, because if it was really not a great day tomorrow, I'm really busy. Sorry.
So you're retired from the parents, so you don't have to deal with the kids unless you want to.
Depends, yeah. But I love the kids, and that's why I do it. And I mean, I love the parents as well. They're just looking out for their little one.
Yeah.
So they all have the best intentions, I think.
Mhm.
So
But maybe when you say you're retired, you should do it. I'm retired.
yes, I don't have. Well, I didn't have a school email, so that until if you take a long-term sub, then they do give you an email.
Ah.
And I don't have a key to the building, so I am retired because I can't get into the school unless I'm like during the school day.
That's I can see how that could be a blessing.
Yeah,
Less expectations put on you.
that's right.
Well, thank you. This has been a delight. Needed a good laugh.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we do thank you for joining us this evening. And oh, did you send out the text today with the prayer list link?
No.
I was just getting ready to say,
You can use the same link they got last week. It's still good.
okay. Use the link you got last week for the prayer list, because it just dawned on me as I was getting ready to say, you got the link earlier today. But the link last week will still link to the prayer list because it links to a dynamic document. And so when we sign off here, I encourage you to take some time to pray over the church prayer list, pray over the things you know about that aren't on the church prayer list. Pray for some unspokens, because there's some things that I know is going on that is unspoken and not on the prayer list. And that just God would intervene in some of those situations.